What's up, everyone? This is Time to Wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and today I am presenting Future Slam for Bad Blood. So, this is part 2 to Future Slam for SummerSlam, which was part 1. If you want, you can click off this video, watch that one, and come back. But if you don't have time for that, I will give you a brief recap right now. So, for the WWE Championship, we had Cody Rhodes defeat Solo Sikoa thanks to Roman Reigns' help. After the match, Roman Reigns took the lead from Solo Sikoa and he brought it up to the ramp. Paul Heyman came out. He said, "I acknowledge you as my tribal chief." And also, Damian Priest retained the World Championship against Gunther. And in the main event, Liv Morgan defeated Rhea Ripley because Finn Balor turned on Rhea Ripley to help Liv win. And after the match, Damian Priest came out and got in Finn Balor's face, and JD and Carlito, they beat up Damian Priest, and Damian and Rhea, they're out. Dominic had to make a decision, and it was really dramatic. I won't spoil everything. You can watch that video if you want more details, but Dominic decided to go with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. That is where we are at. Now that the recap's over, let's get into it. So, the first match is Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, fighting Solo Sikoa, the enforcer, not the right hand man, the enforcer. So, this, like I said, Roman took the lead, and afterwards, basically, it's a story of Roman Reigns coming back for revenge. Like, this guy Solo, he took out his wise man, he took out his cousin Jimmy, he did all these horrendous things. He brought in people Roman would never want. He took Roman's lead. He took the title of the tribal chief without being appointed the tribal chief like Alpha and Sika did to Roman Reigns. And Roman, he's back for revenge. He's back for blood. You could say he's back for some bad blood. So they have their match and they agree that the winner will be tribal chief, and it's not gonna be tribal combat, it's not gonna be bloodline rules, it is gonna be a straight up one-on-one match. The superior person will be the tribal chief, as simple as that. So in this match, Solo Sikoa, he hits a spike on Roman Reigns. He hit a spike on Cody at Money in the Bank and beat him. He couldn't hit one at SummerSlam, so Cody beat him. But he hits a spike on Roman. Roman kicks out. And Roman Reigns, he's been a heel since August of 2020, so he is busting out suicide dives, top rope maneuvers, all this stuff. He is bringing Solo Sikoa to the best match he's had by far. This is a clinic, but in the end, Solo Sikoa, just like he did to John Cena, he hits repeated Samoan spikes on Roman Reigns. The announcers, they're stunned. Michael Cole is stunned. He is just boom, 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 boom. So much. And he pins Roman Reigns clean, no assistance. Solo Sikoa holds up the ones. You got Tonga Loa, Tamatonga, as a right hand man on his right, and you got Jacob Fatu, his enforcer, the Samoan werewolf, on his left. They hold up the ones. Roman is defeated. Heyman is cradling Roman. This has been brewing since after WrestleMania. Now Solo's beaten Roman. There's no hope for the bloodline. Solo has done the impossible. Very few people have been able to beat Roman clean without any help. Solo's done it, and it is a statement way to start Bad Blood. So, the next match on the card as I use my trusty Bloodline Red mouse. I just made that up. It is Cody Rhodes defending his championship against Randy Orton. So, this is a story. It's a pretty basic one. Randy Orton, he's been going for the title ever since he returned. Royal Rumble, he didn't get pinned in the four-way. He failed to win the Chamber. He failed to win King of the Ring. He didn't even qualify for Money in the Bank. He's been going after this title for a long time, and it so happens that Cody is champion when Randy wins a number one contender match on SmackDown to get a shot at Cody. And this is a friendly rivalry. They both got mutual trust in each other. They got mutual trust. Nothing shady will happen. And in this match, nothing shady does happen. Cody hits a crossroads, Randy kicks out. Randy hits a RKO, Cody kicks out. And it is what you would expect from a pay-per-view match between Randy and Cody. So, in the end, Randy, he gets a bit overzealous. He goes for an RKO when he probably shouldn't go for an RKO. And that costs him because Cody counters it into a crucifix and gets to 1, 2, 3. After the match, Cody gets the title. He goes outside. You got Mama Rhodes. You got Brandy Rhodes. You got Cody's Nightmare Family. And just for me, you got Pharaoh the dog. Or what The Rock would call Pharaoh, of course. So Cody is celebrating with them. He's holding the title, and Randy Orton comes up to him. The family's like, oh, oh boy, Randall Keith, what do you want? And he just goes for a handshake. Cody takes the handshake. Boom! Blink and you'll miss it. Randy hits a RKO on Cody Rhodes. And they're like, huh? Huh? All of them are shocked. They're like speechless. They're checking on Cody, making sure he's fine. But then they suddenly have to back up because Randy Orton, he's at the top of the ramp. He comes running back and punts that boy. He hits the punt kick. He hasn't done it for years, but Cody gets it. And dang, Mama Rhodes, she is screaming at Randy Orton. Randy hightails it out of Cody's hometown of Georgia on October 9th when Bad Blood is held. He hightails it out with the WWE Championship at the top of the ramp, and he's like, "This is mine." And he's crazy Randy Orton again. We got heel Randy Orton. They went in as friends, but now Randy's turned heel. Cody escapes with the title. His family's upset. Peak drama right here. And there's gonna be some bad blood boiling between these two. And now we got the next match, which is a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. We got Liv Morgan defending against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And like I said at SummerSlam in the main event, Liv Morgan defeats Rhea Ripley. But we gotta go back a bit. How does Io get in the match? I'm gonna tell you right now. So, Damage Control They are all about taking control of Raw right now. That's what EO keeps saying specifically. I'm gonna take control, but just like this week on Monday, they make more enemies than they do friends. Everyone is taking them out. They keep trying all these things, attacking, trying to make statements, but they keep getting taken out every week. And EO, she's getting more upset, increasingly upset at the rest of damage control that's not working out. And eventually, on the Raw before SummerSlam, he's like, you know, I said damage control has got to take control of Raw. That has not been working out. You've been getting beaten up every single week. You've been making more enemies. Every week, all these people are holding me. They're taking you out. I got three people clutching me, telling me that I don't run anything. And she's like, I gotta take control. EO's gotta take control. No longer damage control. She leaves. And at SummerSlam, like I said already twice, Liv beats Rhea. So afterwards, a triple threat is held on Raw. And Io Sky, she pins someone else. It's Io, Rhea, and someone else. And Io pins someone else to get title shot. But everything is boiling over. So they fight Io and Liv, maybe at Bash at Berlin, but it might be better to do this on Raw because this match gets thrown out. Io's about to win the title, maybe, gets thrown out. Rhea Ripley, she destroys Liv Morgan. Like, the Judgment Day can't hold her back anymore. She destroys Liv Morgan, and she's like, I'm not gonna rest. I'm not gonna sleep until Liv Morgan is no longer Women's World Champion. And, like, it is crazy. It's worse than SummerSlam at this point because Liv tried to take Dom away from Rhea, and she tried to take the title before. She did take the title. She did end up taking the title, and she tried to take Dom. Now she's split up the whole group. More than half of the people from Judgment Day are now on Liv's side. Rhea Ripley is pissed off in this story. She is pissed off. She's had enough. And all this boils over. Io is really upset as well because she got screwed out of her title shot. She's like, I've been racking up win after win after win, doing all these things, but I get screwed over all the time. And she's like, Liv Morgan, you can't keep control of your group. They're off doing whatever, beating whoever up. Rhea Ripley, you couldn't control Judgment Day, that's why they turned on you. I'm gonna take control, like I've been saying for the past couple of years. I'm gonna take control now. I'm gonna take that championship, that Women's World Championship, and I'm gonna make it the proper prize of the Raw division instead of something that two people bicker over and fight over. I'm gonna run this division because none of you can. That's basically the thing. So, this three-way at the pay-per-view, it goes crazy. Like, you got three talented people here. They just go at it. It's an amazing match. But in the end of the match, Rhea Ripley pins Liv Morgan, and she regains the Women's World title after getting screwed in the main event of SummerSlam. She finally gets the title, and after this, you could spin it off with the Rhea Ripley and Io fighting each other because she never got pinned. Maybe Liv Morgan gets a rematch at like Crown Jewel. You got War Games eventually with the Judgment Day. That's how I do it. Rhea Ripley gets the title back. It's a awesome triple threat match, and now this bleeds in directly into the next match, which is Damian Priest, who beat Gunther, escaped with the title, uh, defending against Finn Balor. And this one, it's been boiling over since Money in the Bank last year. And Damian Priest, he's had enough. Like, he's been upset with Finn Balor, but SummerSlam was the last straw. And they go at it at this show. You could do it at Berlin and have Damian win there, but I don't see a point in that. So I think this is a good place to do their first match. Finn Balor challenges Damian Priest, and this is a Judgment Day Civil War on the outside. It is crazy. Everything is getting destroyed, and in the end, amidst the chaos, amidst the craziness on the outside, Finn Balor defeats Damian Priest to become World Heavyweight Champion. From April 7th to October 9th, Damian Priest has been champ, but now it's over. Finn Balor escapes with the championship. He is the new world champion, and the interesting thing on this show, you have Rhea Ripley getting the title for the Good Judgment Day in the triple threat match, but then you have Finn Balor getting it for the heel Judgment Day in the Damian Priest match. So you kind of switched the roles. Some drama increases. This will probably boil over at a Survivor Series match, I'd imagine. So, on this show, looking back, we've had a lot of bad blood. Some of it's because of a betrayal. Some of it's because of getting constantly screwed over on title matches. Some of it is because your family's being messed with. All these matches, whether it's going into the match or coming out of the match, there is some bad blood in all these matches. But the one that embodies it out of all the matches is the main event. 27 years from the date of this show, In Your House, Bad Blood, the first Bad Blood show, had the first Hell in a Cell match ever with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. And 27 years later, on the same pay-per-view being brought back now, we have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. Take a look at that logo. It is perfectly in the shape of a Hell in a Cell. Convenient? Maybe. These two basically they go crazy in a Raw match. Seth Rollins gets involved in the feud. He's the referee for it after the SummerSlam match, and he's forced to count Punk winning the match. Punk uses his tactics to once again beat Drew, and this boils over into Hell in a Cell. Whether it was the Rumble with Punk eliminating Drew and Drew injuring Punk, whether it was Mania with Punk helping Damian Priest beat Drew for the world title, whether it was Glasgow where Punk cost Drew the title in his hometown, Money in the Bank where Drew won the briefcase and Punk just threw it away, or SummerSlam when Punk turned heel in a double turn to defeat Drew McIntyre. Yes, that happened, a double turn. Punk defeats Drew. All this culminates in Hell in a Cell. And on this day, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are covered in red. 20 minutes into the match, they're completely bleeding. You'd think someone dropped red paint on them. That's crazy. The ring is covered in blood, and all the weapons are everywhere. They've just brutalized each other. But there's one spot at the 20-minute mark, around 20 minutes, and there's steel steps. CM Punk is on the steel steps, right next to the Hell in a Cell cage. Drew McIntyre, he runs up to hit a Claymore on Punk. Punk ducks, chucks him back into the cell wall, and it breaks on impact. And the door is open, and they climb to the top of the cell, and they do a spot. Now, normally the spot is someone goes through the announce table. That spot gets a wow reaction out of me, but slowly it's been diminishing that wow reaction. So instead, let's bring back a spot we haven't seen in years, in decades. Drew McIntyre on the top of the cell, whether it's a white noise or preferably a Future Shock DDT, he hits it, and the top of the cell cage caves in. It breaks, and both of them fall into the ring. They're both shaking. Drew McIntyre slowly, extremely slowly puts his arm over CM Punk. The ref counts 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre has finally beaten CM Punk on a night where there's hell to play, hell to pay. And Drew McIntyre defeats the former devil inside of his own structure. And he leaves knowing that now he could finally go for that world championship, whether it's Cody, whether it's Randy, whether it's Balor, he could finally go for that championship. This is one of the greatest Hell in a Cell matches we've seen. This is one of, if not the greatest CM Punk match. The best one right now is Revolution against MJF in that dog collar match. I think they could top it. So this potentially will be the best one of Punk's career. Drew McIntyre, he's got a wrist tape making fun of Punk. It's blue with the white X on it instead of white with a red X because like the Scottish flag. That would be cool. And Drew McIntyre, he stands tall on the top of the cell. He raises his arms in the air. He finally does it. Bad Blood. Probably the best pay-per-view of the year goes off the air. I hope you've enjoyed Future Slam for both the SummerSlam part and this Bad Blood part. Thank you for watching. This has been Suplexus. Have an amazing day. I will see you in the next one.